There comes a moment when you must surrender, when you must release the need to control and simply allow life to unfold in its perfect design. You have been taught to struggle, to push, to grasp at things as if they are slipping through your fingers. But what if the very act of clenching is what keeps them from you? What if the secret is not in the force, but in the ease? Relax. Let go. Trust. There is a profound truth that eludes many. The more you try to control, the more you push away what you seek. You have been conditioned to believe that effort alone determines your success, that struggle is necessary to achieve what you desire. But what if the very act of forcing, of grasping, is the reason you feel stuck? What if the secret lies not in control, but in surrender? When you try to control every detail of your life, you are operating from fear. Fear that things will not unfold as you wish. Fear that if you do not intervene, all will fall apart. But control is an illusion. The harder you try to manipulate outcomes, the more resistance you create. The universe does not respond to force, it responds to flow. You are like a person in a river, fighting against the current, exhausting yourself in an attempt to swim upstream. But the current knows the way. The river already leads to where you need to go. Your struggle is unnecessary. To let go is not to give up. It is not passivity or inaction. It is a shift in energy, a shift from desperation to trust, from resistance to allowance. When you release the need to control, you make space for what you desire to come naturally. Imagine holding a clenched fist around a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. But when you open your hand, the sand remains. This is the power of surrender. You must understand that your desires are already known. The moment you set an intention, the universe begins to arrange circumstances to bring it into being. But your need to control slows the process. Doubt, impatience, and overthinking send mixed signals, creating obstacles where none need to exist. The moment you surrender, the moment you stop micromanaging every detail, you align yourself with the natural flow of creation. Look around at nature. The trees do not force themselves to grow, they simply reach toward the light. The ocean does not struggle to meet the shore, it simply moves in rhythm. The birds do not question whether the sky will support them, they simply take flight. There is no force, no doubt, only trust. And so it must be with you. Your only task is to become the version of yourself who already has what you seek. Embody the energy of someone who knows they are taken care of, who knows their desires are on their way. This is not about inaction, but about inspired action. Action taken from a place of alignment, not fear. When you let go of control, you allow yourself to be guided. The right opportunities, the right people, the right circumstances will appear, not because you forced them to, but because you were open to receiving them. How many times have you held onto something too tightly, an idea, a person, an expectation, only to find that the more you tried to control it, the further it slipped away? And how many times have you let go, only to have things work out better than you imagined? This is no coincidence. The universe works with ease, not struggle. When you surrender control, you enter a state of peace. You release the tension, the anxiety, the constant mental battle of trying to predict every possible outcome. You understand that what is meant for you will find you, and what is not will leave to make space for something greater. This is not wishful thinking, it is alignment with universal law. Letting go does not mean losing, it means allowing. It means trusting that the path unfolding before you is leading exactly where you need to go. It means understanding that control was never yours to begin with. When you release, you receive. When you stop grasping, you open your hands to abundance. And so, in this moment, breathe. Feel the weight of control leaving you. Feel yourself flowing with the current instead of against it. Let go and watch as everything begins to align effortlessly. Trust is the foundation upon which all manifestations rest. Without trust, there is doubt, and where doubt exists, resistance follows. You have been conditioned to seek evidence before believing, to demand proof before surrendering to faith. But the truth is, the evidence you seek cannot appear until you first trust in what you cannot yet see. The process of creation does not begin with external proof. It begins within you. When you trust the process, you release the need for constant validation. You stop looking for signs of progress every moment, and instead you settle into the knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if you cannot yet see it. Trust is not passive. It is a state of certainty, a deep inner assurance that what you desire is already moving toward you. It does not waver in the face of temporary setbacks because it understands that delays are not denials. They are simply adjustments, realignments, the universe working behind the scenes to bring forth the best possible outcome. Doubt is what slows the process. When you second guess, when you question whether things are truly working out, you create energetic resistance. Imagine planting a seed in the ground and then digging it up every day to check if it has started growing. The very act of checking stunts its ability to flourish. The same applies to your desires. Once you have set an intention, your job is not to monitor its progress every second, but to trust that it is already growing beneath the surface, even if you cannot yet see the results. Trusting the process means letting go of the need to know how everything will happen. The mind wants details, wants timelines, wants guarantees, but the universe does not work in predictable linear ways. It orchestrates events in ways beyond human comprehension. What appears to be a detour is often a shortcut. What seems like rejection is often redirection towards something better. When you trust, you no longer see obstacles as roadblocks, but as stepping stones leading you exactly where you need to be. There is a rhythm to life, a divine timing that cannot be rushed. When you try to force things to happen on your schedule, you interfere with this natural flow. Have you ever noticed that when you let go and stop obsessing over something, it often falls into place effortlessly? This is not luck, this is alignment. The moment you stop pushing and start trusting, you move into harmony with the unseen forces guiding your path. Trust is also about believing in yourself. If you do not believe that you are worthy, if you do not believe that you are capable, the universe will mirror that uncertainty back to you. But when you stand firm in the knowing that you are deserving, that you are enough, and that what you desire is already on its way, life begins to respond in kind. The doors that once seemed closed begin to open. The opportunities that once felt out of reach suddenly present themselves. This is not because of chance. It is because you aligned yourself with the reality you wish to experience. When you trust, you stop seeking external reassurance. You no longer look to others for validation because you know deep within that everything is working out for you. You develop a quiet confidence, an unshakable inner peace that does not depend on circumstances. This is the state of true power. Those who trust radiate certainty, and the universe responds to that certainty by bringing them exactly what they believe in. There is great freedom in trust. When you release the need to control, when you stop worrying about every small detail, you make space for miracles to unfold. You move from a state of tension to a state of flow, from struggle to ease. You begin to notice synchronicities, unexpected blessings, signs that confirm what you already knew. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. In every moment you have a choice: fear or trust, doubt or belief. The path of trust leads to peace, to fulfillment, to the effortless unfolding of your desires. The moment you decide to trust, the universe moves in ways you never imagined, guiding you toward a life beyond your greatest dreams. The secret to creating the life you desire lies in your ability to embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Most people believe they must wait for external circumstances to change before they can feel happiness, success, love, or abundance. But the truth is, the external world is only a reflection of your internal state. If you wish to see a different reality, you must first become the version of yourself who already lives in that reality. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It only responds to the feelings you cultivate within. When you assume the feeling of already having what you desire, you send a powerful signal to the universe that it is done. You are no longer wishing, hoping, or waiting. You are knowing. And in that knowing, in that deep sense of certainty, the world around you begins to shift to match your inner state. You do not need to see evidence first. You do not need to wait for things to change before you allow yourself to feel the emotions you associate with your desires. The process works in reverse. Feel it first, and the evidence will follow. If you desire wealth, feel wealthy now. If you desire love, feel loved now. If you desire success, walk and talk as if you already have it. This is not pretending or self-deception, it is alignment. You are tuning yourself to the frequency of your desire, and in doing so, you become a magnet for its manifestation. Many people sabotage their manifestations because they allow their external reality to dictate their emotions. They look at their bank account, their relationships, their job, and they say, "I will believe in my success when I see proof." But this approach keeps them stuck. As long as you base your emotions on what currently exists, you continue to recreate the same experiences. The key is to break free from this cycle by feeling the end result before it arrives. Your emotions are creative forces. Every moment you are broadcasting an energetic signal based on how you feel. If you feel lack, you attract more lack. If you feel abundance, you attract more abundance. The shift is subtle but profound. The moment you decide to embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you step into a new reality. You begin to notice small shifts, unexpected opportunities, new connections, signs that confirm you are on the right path. These are not coincidences, they are reflections of the internal change you have made. Your imagination is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Close your eyes and step into the scene of your fulfilled desire. Feel the emotions you would feel if it were already true. What does it feel like to wake up in your dream home? What does it feel like to receive the love you have always wanted? What does it feel like to be financially free? Let those feelings flood your body. Let them become familiar. The more you dwell in this state, the more natural it becomes, and the faster your reality adjusts to reflect it. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to obsess over when and how things will happen. Your only job is to remain in the state of already having it. Move through your day with a quiet confidence that it is done. Act as if you have already received it, not through forced actions, but through an inner knowing that what you desire is inevitable. Doubt and impatience are the only things that can disrupt this process. The moment you start questioning, the moment you fall back into old patterns of lack and disbelief, you shift out of alignment. But even then, you have the power to correct it. Simply return to the feeling. Remind yourself that everything is already in motion, that what is yours is making its way to you. The universe responds to unwavering faith. To those who refuse to waver in their belief, everything you seek is already within you. The success, the love, the abundance. It is not something you must chase, but something you must become. And the way to become it is through feeling it now before any physical proof exists. When you master this, you master creation itself. You no longer wait for life to change. You change first, and life follows. Doubt and fear are like dark clouds that obscure the light of possibility. And the moment you allow them to take up residence in your mind, you inadvertently set up obstacles to the very dreams you wish to embrace. These two emotions, so often intertwined, are the silent saboteurs of your creative power. They whisper that you are not enough, that your dreams are too grand, and that you are destined to fall short. Yet, every time you entertain doubt or fear, you dim the inner light that could otherwise guide you effortlessly toward the manifestation of your desires. It is not a question of eliminating these emotions entirely, they are part of the human experience, but rather of understanding their true nature and refusing to let them dictate the course of your life. In the quiet spaces of your mind, doubt plants its seeds, suggesting that perhaps your vision is nothing more than an illusion, that the evidence of your own success is merely wishful thinking. But when you look closer, you realize that doubt is simply a reflection of past conditioning, of a lifetime of experiences that have led you to question your own worth. It is an echo from a time when you believed that you had to fight for every scrap of success, that you had to earn every moment of joy. The moment you challenge that notion, when you begin to see doubt for what it truly is, a temporary shadow against the vast canvas of your potential, you open yourself up to a greater truth. This truth is that your inner state, when free of doubt, becomes a magnet for the blessings you seek. Fear, too, plays a similar role. It cautions you with warnings of failure and rejection, urging you to remain safe within the confines of what you know. But by clinging to fear, you inadvertently create a barrier between you and the infinite possibilities that await. Fear tells you to stay small, to not reach for what might seem unattainable, when in fact the universe is ever ready to reward those who dare to dream boldly. When you feel fear, It is a sign that you are on the brink of stepping into a realm where growth and transformation lie. It is in this very moment of discomfort that you must choose to lean into the unknown, trusting that the energy of your desire is far more potent than the inertia of your fear. Releasing doubt and fear is not a sudden event, but a gradual process, a softening of the hard-edged skepticism that has taken root over the years. It begins by acknowledging these feelings without judgment, observing them as passing clouds in the sky of your consciousness. Once you see them for what they are, you can gently let them drift away, replacing them with the calm assurance of inner knowing. Each time you confront a moment of doubt, remind yourself that it is simply a thought, not a decree. Each time fear makes its presence felt, recognize it as a signal that you are about to expand into a new dimension of your being. Imagine your mind as a vast landscape, where every emotion is a color painting the scenery of your reality. When doubt and fear dominate, the colors are muted and the vibrancy of life seems to fade. But as you release these heavy hues, you allow brighter, more empowering shades to emerge, shades of trust, confidence, and a deep-seated belief in the inevitability of your dreams. In this space, you begin to see that your creative power is not diminished by the presence of fear, but rather it is amplified when you choose to believe in yourself despite it. The art of releasing doubt and fear is an ongoing dance with the self. It requires a constant return to the heart, a reminder that at the core of your being lies an unwavering certainty of who you truly are and what you are capable of manifesting. In every moment, you have the choice to affirm the truth of your potential, to replace the language of limitation with words of possibility. As you do this, you not only free yourself from the shackles of fear and doubt, but you also open a direct channel to the infinite intelligence that governs creation. Every instance of letting go creates a ripple effect in your life, inviting more opportunities to step into the fullness of your desires. As you progressively release these limiting emotions, you notice that the subtle signals of encouragement, the synchronicities, the unexpected blessings, the guiding intuitions become more pronounced, affirming that you are on the right path. This transformative process is both liberating and empowering, leading you to a place where doubt and fear no longer hold sway over your reality, and where you can confidently move forward in the direction of your dreams. The present moment is where all power exists. It is the only point in time where creation happens, the only space where you can truly connect with your desires. Yet, so many people spend their days either trapped in the regrets of the past or anxiously projecting into the future, never realizing that both are illusions. The past is unchangeable, a collection of memories shaped by perception. The future is not yet formed, a field of infinite possibilities that bends to the state you hold right now. When you surrender to the present moment, you unlock the ability to shape your reality effortlessly, for it is only in the now that you can direct your focus, shift your energy, and become the version of yourself that attracts the life you desire. Most people believe that what they want lies somewhere in the future, something they must chase or work tirelessly toward. They imagine that happiness will come once they achieve a specific goal, that peace will arrive once all external conditions align perfectly. But the great secret is this: everything you want already exists in this moment. The success, the love, the abundance, it is all here, waiting for you to align with it. The reason it seems far away is not because it is unattainable, but because your mind is too busy looking elsewhere to notice it. When you constantly live in the future, thinking, "I will be happy when this happens," you reinforce the idea that happiness is separate from you. But when you embrace the now, when you embody the emotions of already having what you desire, the separation dissolves, and what once seemed distant begins to unfold effortlessly. Surrendering to the present moment does not mean giving up on your dreams or resigning yourself to whatever is happening. It means fully inhabiting this space, allowing yourself to feel deeply, to experience life without resistance. The present moment is not an obstacle to be rushed through. It is a gift, the very soil in which your manifestations take root. When you are fully present, you become aware of the subtle guidance always available to you, the gentle nudges, the intuitive insights, the synchronicities that confirm you are on the right path. But when your mind is scattered, when you are fixated on what was or what might be, you miss these signs. You walk past opportunities without seeing them. You overlook the doors that are opening because you are too focused on the ones that have closed. Letting go and surrendering to the now requires trust. It demands that you release the need to control every detail, to stop grasping for what is already on its way. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you squeeze too tightly, trying to hold on to every grain, it slips through your fingers. But if you relax your hand, the sand stays effortlessly in your palm. This is the nature of manifestation. The more you struggle, the more you push, the more you chase, the further your desires seem to move away from you. But the moment you surrender, the moment you step fully into the present and trust in the unfolding, everything flows with ease. Fear often keeps people from surrendering. The mind fears that if it does not plan, control, and predict, things will fall apart. But the opposite is true. The more you trust the present, the more you align with the natural flow of life. Have you ever noticed that when you stop obsessing over something, it often falls into place on its own? This is because resistance blocks the very things you seek, while surrender allows them to come effortlessly. When you no longer chase, you become a magnet. When you stop resisting what is, you create space for what is meant to be. Living in the present moment does not mean you ignore your goals or abandon your desires. It means you embody the energy of your wish fulfilled right now. It means you release the idea that happiness, success, or love are distant destinations and instead choose to feel them in this very instant. If you desire abundance, feel abundant now, not by looking at your current bank balance, but by tuning into the energy of wealth that already exists within you. If you desire love, radiate love now, not by waiting for someone to give it to you, but by becoming the source of it. When you master this, you realize that life is not about waiting for something to happen. It is about allowing yourself to experience it now, knowing that your external world will inevitably shift to reflect your inner state. This is the power of surrendering to the present. It is not passive. It is the ultimate form of creation. It is stepping into the version of yourself who already has what they desire and allowing reality to catch up. It is no longer resisting the unfolding of life but embracing it fully, knowing that everything is already aligning in your favor. When you surrender to the present, you step into true power. You stop seeking, stop chasing, stop doubting, and instead become. And in that state of being, all that you have ever wanted is drawn to you naturally, effortlessly, and inevitably. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between what exists in the realm of imagination and what materializes in your physical world. When you trust the universe completely, you surrender the need to control the details, the timing, and the method of how your desires will come to you. Faith is not merely hoping or wishing. It is a deep, unwavering knowing that what you desire is already yours. It is a state of absolute confidence, a quiet assurance that what has been planted in the soil of your imagination will inevitably bloom in your reality. Many struggle with faith because they have been conditioned to believe only in what they can see. They look to their current circumstances for proof that their desires are manifesting, and when they don't see immediate evidence, doubt creeps in. But faith does not require proof, it creates proof. The moment you start seeking external validation before believing, you place yourself in a state of lack, reinforcing the idea that your desire is separate from you. True faith means holding the vision, even when there is no visible sign that things are changing. It is standing firm in your belief, knowing that just as a seed takes time to sprout beneath the soil, your manifestations are growing beneath the surface, unseen but inevitable. Faith does not waver in the face of obstacles. It does not collapse under the weight of delays. It does not allow fear to override its knowing. When you truly trust the universe, you understand that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when it appears otherwise. Delays are not denials. They are divine timing at work. What seems like a setback is often a setup for something far greater than what you originally imagined. When you live in faith, you stop questioning, when will it happen? How will it happen? You simply rest in the certainty that it will happen. And because of that certainty, you move through life with peace instead of impatience, with confidence instead of doubt. Faith also requires releasing attachment to a specific outcome. When you trust the universe fully, you understand that there are infinite ways for your desires to manifest. You do not limit yourself by insisting that things must unfold in a particular way. Instead, you remain open, allowing the universe to bring you what is best for you in the most effortless way possible. Often, what you receive is far greater than what you originally imagined, but this can only happen when you let go of rigid expectations and allow divine intelligence to work on your behalf. The greatest test of faith comes in moments of uncertainty. It is easy to believe when everything is going smoothly, when things are aligning effortlessly, but true faith is tested in the silence, in the moments when nothing seems to be happening, when doubts whisper that perhaps you are foolish for believing. This is when you must stand firm, when you must refuse to be shaken by appearances. The universe is always listening, always responding to the energy you emit. When you remain steadfast in faith, you emit a powerful signal of certainty, and the universe must respond accordingly. Faith is also an act of surrender. It is the willingness to release control, to stop forcing, to stop grasping, and instead allow. It is the ability to say, I may not see how, but I know it is happening. I may not see when, but I know it is already done. This surrender is not weakness, it is the highest form of strength. It takes courage to trust in the unseen, to walk forward without needing constant reassurance. But when you do, you find that the very act of faith creates an inner peace that no external circumstance can shake. You no longer ride the waves of uncertainty, up one day and down the next, based on what you see. Instead, you remain steady, unshaken, knowing that your desires are already set in motion. Those who live with faith move differently. They do not beg, they do not chase, they do not worry. They know. They act as if their desires are already fulfilled, not in arrogance, but in quiet certainty. They walk through life with confidence, not because they have all the answers, but because they trust that the answers will come at the perfect time. They are not controlled by fear because they understand that even challenges are working in their favor. They do not resist life because they know that everything, even the unexpected, is part of a divine plan.